Just started praying like never before.
This Ukrainian church says it started daily services and counseling as it tries to help members cope with fear and anxiety over the Russian invasion in Ukraine, while others in the faith community are making space to help refugees.
Blessed are those who contribute to the peace.
Monday morning, Father Roman Saplan of Holy Trinity Ukrainian Orthodox Cathedral gets a text message from a church member worried about their family in Odessa.
Slava Ukraini!
The port city bracing for Russian forces. The Reverend schedules them for counseling hours later, and he's familiar with their fears. He's been checking on his 81-year-old mother in western Ukraine.
It helped me a lot to understand people because I am going through all of this. My mom had been in shock, very emotional, crying, worried about children, grandchildren. It was very difficult and painful time for me. I never seen my mom in this condition.
In New Westminster, this Ukrainian Catholic church wants the Lower Mainland to be a safe haven for refugees.
We are trying to put together a database of many people who are willing to help and temporary house those fleeing the war.
Reverend Mikhailo Zorobich spoke with Premier John Horgan last Friday about helping asylum seekers. He's looking for funding to hire full-time staff to work with resettlement agencies.
But we already have a dozen families here who have come because they've had visas before that. We're working on a couple that parents have Canadian visas, but children don't and are already in Poland.
The Immigrant Services Society of BC says it's working with the province and Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada to help with resettlement, healthcare and schooling. It says the biggest challenge is that for those Ukrainians who arrive with temporary resident status will not have access to most services offered through immigrant serving agencies because key service offerings are funded by IRCC and only available to permanent residents. A wave of Ukrainian refugees is expected after Thursday when Ottawa plans to open the Canada-Ukraine authorization for emergency travel pathway. But there are also volunteers ready to go way beyond the Lower Mainland.
And giving out blankets or serving food to the families that are finally arriving across the border into Poland. Any of the exits, actually, we would be willing to travel to.
And the support is making a mark.
Thank you, dear, all of you who are contributing in any way. This is so important.
In Vancouver, Laderas, City News.